Okay, now, again, why didn't it go up there? I'm sorry, I'm getting it up on the screen. All right, now I think we are ready to go. All right, sorry for the delay, guys, but we have everything now. So again, I just want to kind of go down. We got 2 days. I want to get as much done as we can today, try to get it finished tonight for homework. All right, and let's see how much you remember. All right, now, if you want 15% of 280, at one point we asked you to set it up as a proportion. I just want to make sure you can do it. Do I care how you actually solve the problems down the page? No, I don't. I just want you to get the right answers. But for now, who can tell me the answer to number 1 is Ms. Clifton? 15 over 100 is over of. You are correct. C. Thank you very much. Everybody good with this? All right. 9 is what percent of 30? Now, personally, I hope you just use the algebra because that's what we're going into. All right. So if I were you, I would want you to write 9. Remember, is means equals what percent of 30? Does everybody see that? Yes, sir. 30%, because we do divide both sides by 30, divide both sides by 30. So X equals 0.3, which is equivalent to 30%.
Is it okay if you do a problem like that just mentally?
Yeah, I know. Yep. I know you're good with numbers. That's good. All right. If you can tell me that, that's good. All right. Perfect. All right. But writing down the formula is kind of important. All right. All right. No, you don't. You don't. But if you make a mistake, I can't really give you partial credit.
So we get partial credit if we-
Yeah. If you show me your work and I can see your mistake. All right. If you know what you're doing. Okay. Miss Elliott, tell me which proportion can be used to find what percent 80 is of 24.
D.
So I have what percent, right? What did you say? Did you say? I didn't hear.
D.
Now remember, it's asking for what percent, right?
Mhm.
So shouldn't it be X over 100? And then is over of?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it'd be 80 over 24, right?
Mhm.
So I think it's now what?
Okay.
You see your mistake, right? Okay, so it's not a big deal. Now, if you're not sure about that, tell me. Everybody okay? Easy to make a little mistake. All right. All right, let's take a look at number 4. Aiden, tell me what you're thinking.
I got 40% and I did X over 100 equals 6 over 15.
Yes, he can do that. X over 100 equals 6 out of 15. Now, personally, I just know it means what? 6 divided by 15. Is everybody good? 6 out of 15. Now, everybody take your calculator and do 6 divided by 15. And that came out to be what? 0.4, right? And we all know that 0.4 is the same as what? 40%. Now, is what he said perfectly good? Yeah, perfectly good. All right. For those of you guys who just want to say, I know it's 6 out of 15, and that decimal can be converted into a percentage. All right. Now, again, remember, I tell you guys, percentage is super duper important. So if you're not sure, you got to speak up. Now, for number 5, do I care how you solve that? I don't care. All right. So Lila, how would you solve that?
Number 5.
Number 5.
I put 60 over 100 and then X over 30.
All right. So you like that proportion. So what did you get?
I got 18.
18. Anybody else get 18? All right. Thank you. All right, Jacob, you're up on number 6, bud.
All right, which equation can be used to find what percent is 210 is of 360? So if we do 210 equals 360b.
210 equals 360 times, oh yeah, P is what they're using. Yep, I'm totally good with that. What? So it's saying what percent, it's just worded a little bit awkwardly, right? It's saying find what percent of 210, or what percent is 210 of 360. Right, so it's still, yeah, you can set it up as a proportion, but again, remember, what percent is your X? Is in math is equal, of is multiplying. Do you see it now? All right, so it went 210 equals X times 360, or P. You okay with that? All right, so A. All right, now here, notice, oh, thank you very much. Yep, thank you, it's B, I'm sorry. Now, for number 7, notice what I wrote in the directions, write the best estimates. So I want to show you, I want you to tell me what you did. All right, so how do I find 48% of 31? All right, tell me.
I just did 50% of 30.
Right, so that's all I want. That's what part of the answer is going to be, 50% of 30. You with me on that? All right. I want you to write out what you would do. Okay, 50% of 30. All right, now, Sophia, you get to do 8.
So I put 1/4.
Yeah, 25% is 1/4. All right, so that's what you'd be using. All right, now, Mr. Ward, you get to tell me what 20% of 95 is. How do I do that? 0.2. Well, what does of mean? Yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? You're multiplying 0.2 times 95. And that would be 19. All right, so if you wanted to, you could say X equals 0.2 times 95. And again, if you wanted to, you could do equation percent over 100. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Some of you like one way better than the other. I don't care how you do it. All right, so let's go with Max. How do I do number 10, Max?
16 is 40% of what number? And so,
How do you like solving it?
I put on the number, put 16 and the second close.
No. I want you to tell me how you're setting it up. All right, not on your calculator. Tell me how you're setting it up. You can write it as a proportion, or you can do it as an equation. Those are your options.
And over 40.
No. Come on, Max. What does is in math mean?
Divide.
Nope, means equals. So I need you to make that note right there. 60 equals. Now, how do I write 40% as a decimal?
40% is 0.4.
0.4. Of in math means to do what?
Multiply.
Right. So it would be 60 equals 0.4x. That would be if you're writing as an equation. If you're writing it as a proportion, remember it was the percent over 100 equals is over of. That's the other choice. Those are your two options, writing as an equation and writing as a proportion.
Mr. Stroud,
Yes.
I'll just write it like 16 divided by 4 times 10. Okay.
Yep. You can do that. Now solve that out and tell me what the answer is, Max.
Okay, so 16 times 100. 16 times 100, 1,600, then divided by 40 is 40.
Yep, that's what I got. Okay, x equals 40. Yes, sir. Wait a minute. 1600 divided by 40. Now, wait a minute. 60 is 40% of what number? What's 60 divided by 0.4? Oh, because I put 60. I'm sorry, guys. I'm daydreaming. I put 60 instead of 16. That's why I was having trouble. Change that for me. So now if you solve the equation, 16 divided by 0.4 is still what? 40. Man, that was going crazy. All right. No, we're good. That was my fault. I accidentally put 60 here instead of 16. Okay, Nora, help me with number. Oh, this one's a tricky one. Can you do this mentally? Let's see.
Number is 15 away from that number.
Uh-huh.
Well, then 15 divided by 3 is 5, so you can 10% of the number is 5, and 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, so the answer is 2.5.
Okay, so I'm really happy with you on that. So tell me that again. Slow motion. Slow motion. Tell me what we did.
So basically, if 30% of the number is 15, then 10% of that number is going to be 5.
Stop there. 10% equals 5. Is everybody okay with that? Hold up. Is everybody okay with 10% is 5? Anybody have any questions? What?
How do you get it 5?
Well, if 30% is 15, we just divided both numbers by 3. You with me? If I divide this by 3 and divide this by 3, then 10. Well, because we're trying to find 25%. So now what?
And then since it's 20, like, or say it's goes to 20% and 10%, you multiply 5 by, sorry, not, you don't multiply, you divide 5 by 2 to get 5% equals 2.5.
Right, 5% equals 2.5.
And then you can just subtract 15, 2.5 from 15 to get from back to the number, which is 12.5.
Yes, so 25% would have to equal 12.5.
The number is 50.
Now, say it again.
The number is 50. And then the number is 50.
25% is equal to what? Why did you say 15? I don't understand.
50. I was talking about like when it says of a number, like the number.
Oh, okay. So 25% would be 12.5. So do you see that now, Aiden?
Not really.
Okay, so 10% is equal to 5, right?
Mhm.
So 10 plus 10 plus 5 is 25. Do you agree with that?
Mhm.
So that's why I did 5 plus 5 plus 2.5, and that would give me 25%. Do you agree with that? Now, let's say you don't like her logic, which is perfectly fine. All right, just solve this. 30 out of 100 is equal to is over of, right?
Mhm.
So now cross multiply divide. Tell me what x equals.
60.
Does it equal 50?
Mhm.
All right, so now we want 25% of that. So 25% out of 100 is x over 50. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
You just do it twice. You just make two equations there. You agree?
Mhm.
All right. Hopefully you understood the shortcut. If you didn't understand the shortcut, you just write it as two equations and solve it. Does anybody have any questions with that? All right, let's knock out 12 now. Addison, you tell me about number 12. Which one represents a decrease? A does. Easy, right? That was too easy for you. All right, so we're going to go on to number 13. So do you remember how to find the percent change?
Okay.
What do we do?
I did 14 divided by, 14 minus 13.
Yes, and what's that?
And then
And then I divide that by what?
2.
No, divided by the original. It's the change. Remember, the percent of change is always the change divided by the original amount. So you went from 14 to 35. So what? Yes. So do 21 divided by 14. And what'd you get?
1.5.
And what percentage is 1.5?
15%.
No, you got to move it. How many places now?
Like 150.
Yes, there you go. 150%. So again, remember, to find the percent of increase or decrease, it's always the change divided by the original amount. All right, Mackenzie, tell me about this right here.
So my father straight the suit marked for $60. She received a 25% discount, which equation can be used to find the sale price of the suit.
Which one?
60 times 0.25.
That would give you, now, right next to 60 times 0.25, I want you to say that's going to give you the what? That's going to give you the discount. So how do I find the sale price? Who remembers, how do I find the sale price? What do I multiply by?
Wait,
Now remember, 100% is the whole thing.
you do it by 75.
Yeah, there you go. Right. So if you get a 25% discount, remember, Mackenzie, you only have to pay what? 75%. You with me? That's why this is considered, and make that note right there. That's called the sale price. And if you not remembering, it was just 100% minus 75, which is 25%. Wow. It was 100 minus 25, and that was equal to 75%. And 75% is 0.75. So that's where this number came from right there. All right, back up here, Aiden, you get to do 15.
15. So this is percentage change, so you would do 25 minus 15, which is 10, over 25, and you would divide them.
Yes,
It
sir.
would get you 40%, and it's a decrease.
40% decrease. Thank you very much. I like it. Very nice. We'll just continue. Miss Elliott.
Of the 520 students participating in a chess tournament, 35% were male. How many females were in the
Ooh, so you got a tricky one. So now what?
do 35
Yeah, you can do 35 over 100,
and then x over 520.
x over 520, and tell me what that works out to be.
182.
How much?
182.
182. Perfect. So 182 what?
Females.
Are you sure? 182 what? Look what I'm looking at.
Were male.
Yes. You with me? So if there's 182 males, how do I figure out how many females?
You just subtract that from the 520.
Yeah, tell me how many females.
338.
338 females. Now, did anybody catch a shortcut? What's a shortcut? Tell me, Sophia.
Multiply 525.65.
Yeah, because if 35% are male, that means 65% are, if 35% are male, then 65% would be female. Okay. All right. Mikey, tell me how to do 17.
So 145 over 116, 1.45 over 116 equals x over 100.
Yeah, boy, you guys like the proportions. That is correct. All right. Tell me what we got there, Mikey.
1.25, so 125%.
Did anybody else get 125%?
I got 1.25%.
No, I got 1.25.
Oh, yeah. So that's right. It's 1.25. You don't move the decimal this time because you already did it over. Thank you, girls. It's 1.25%. You with me? Because it's already in that percent equation. Okay, Mr. Ward, you're up, buddy.
So the human body is made up of 9.3%. What is the amount of hydrogen in pounds contained in the 25? So we do no.
Now, this is saying we're interested in the hydrogen. So how much of the body is hydrogen? Yeah, so it's 9.3%. So what do I do for this now? Now, remember it. So you want, now listen to me. Here's how I'm trying to help you. So you want 9.3% of the 175, correct? So that's why I told you the words make sense to me. What does of in math mean? That's right. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to multiply those. But first you have to do what to the 9.3? Yes. And what decimal is that? Come on now. How many places do you have to move it? Point. No, you got to move it twice, buddy. Yeah, they put that decimal in there sometimes to throw you off. So 0.093 times 175. Now remember, I told you if you ever get confused, you can always take a percent and divide it by 100. You with me? So tell me what that is. 16.28 pounds. All right, and it's not approximate, it's exactly.
If you have to round to that, can you just keep it like with like 3 digits? Or you have to do it to.
I usually round to 3 decimals.
Yeah, so like.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
16.275.
Oh, yeah. So are you saying that's what you rounded to?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have taken 16.275. You with me? But again, you know, guys, I'm not a big pain about the decimals, right? I care about, do you know how to get the answer? All right, Max, you get to read 19.
If 25% of the number, then what is 75%?
Now, come on, I want everybody to think about this one. Try to think what Nora was saying. What do you think this would be? Now remember, look right here. 25% is equal to 70. So how can I figure out what 75% is? Tell him, Nora.
So it would be 70 times 3.
Yeah. Say it again. You're doing
70
good.
times 3 because 70 is 25%, and then it's basically 1/4, and 75% is like 3/4. So if you have 3 of 70, that's going to be 75.
Yeah, but Nora, wouldn't it be better just say 25% times what?
Yeah, but I don't really know how to say stuff.
Yeah, you see that now? 25% times 3 makes it what? 75%. So times 3, it would have to be what? 210. Even what you said, Nora, was correct. But now, Max, do you see that little shortcut there?
Yeah. I was doing it, and what I did was I did 70 times 40, 25, so you get 200.
Right, there you go. There you go.
10% of that is 28, and 27 is 196, plus 14, which is 5%.
You're awesome, buddy. You got it figured out. That was good.
210.
Yes, very nice. That's a different way of doing it, but that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Very good, actually. Lots of different ways to figure that one out. Anybody having trouble with that? All right. Nora, tell me about 20.
20, the Earth's atmosphere is at 78% nitrogen by volume. Find the amount of nitrogen in a tank containing 425 cubic meters of air. So I did x over 425 equals 78 over 100, and then that would just be 78 times 425 divided by 100 equals 331.5 meters of air.
I didn't hear you. What is, how much nitrogen X equals?
X equals 331.5 meters of nitrogen. 0.5.
Is it 0.5? All right, somebody, yes. Is that correct? Everybody okay with that? Tell me,
Yes, it's wrong.
which one?
It's wrong right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, all right. So I don't know how I did that. So we're gonna go back to Lila now. 21, please. Sorry about that.
In the first quarter of 2012, Chuck 15% increase in home sales from the previous quarter. Suppose there were 64 home sales in the previous quarter. Show how you would find 150% of 64 numbers.
Yeah, just tell me what you would do.
Well, I would make it a proportion, and then
Okay, so set it up for me.
150 over 100, and then x over 64.
Okay, but now I want you to tell me how you can just do that without just mentally tell me what the answer is.
Like, well, I know you would times 150 and 64. And
Okay.
then divide it by 100. Like,
Yeah, but now, so here's what I want to show you. I think you should be able to look at that and tell me the answer is what?
132, 96.
96. Because look here, 100% is equal to 64. And 50% would equal what? Lila, do you see that now?
Oh, yeah, 32.
There you go. That makes sense, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
150% is equal to, you just add those up, 96.
I got 96, but I didn't really know what you meant by mentally.
Okay, so we're good. Now, so basically on your test, I'm going to ask you to just write it out. I want you to show me, I don't care what the answer is basically what I'm trying to see. I want you to tell me how your mental math is being done. All right. So Jacob, you could tell me about number 22.
The dog groomer charged $7.99 to groom 3 of Miss O'Connell's dogs. Miss O'Connell wants to tip the groomer 15%. What is a reasonable amount for this?
So this is you're using your mental math now. What would I do?
We could do is we could find 15% of 7.99, but I mean
I don't feel like doing all that work. I want mental math. What could I change 77.99 to?
I was gonna say I was thinking of 7.99 times 0.15, but
No, I don't want to do that though.
okay.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what 77.99 times 0.15 is.
Oh, I see.
So what do I want to make 77? Because you're a generous kid, we're just going to do what? The 77.88 or 77.99. We're going to round it to what?
$78.
No, I'm going to be a little bit more generous than that. I'm going to round it to what?
$80.
You're going to round it to $80. Now, how do I take 15% of $80?
I took 15%, $80. We
Right.
could do, we could find half. Wait, no.
Remember this? What's
Oh,
10?
yeah.
What's 10%?
We could find 10%, which is 8, and then divide that by 2 to get 5%.
So what would be
4.
a good tip for her?
Then we multiply by 3, so it'd be $12.
$12. Right? Because then you just add those together. All right, that's what I'm going to ask you on your test now. You got to show me.
For one like that, is there going to be like take away a few cents? Like I can say like 1160 because it's like close to the actual answer.
As long as you did the numbers mentally.
Yeah.
See, I just think when you're giving a tip, it's not about, you're not going to leave the person $11.60, right? I mean, you might. I'm not arguing with you, but I'm just saying, if I looked at my check and it was $77.99, I would just say, okay, that's 80, and 15% of 80 is 12. So I'd leave a $12 tip. All right. That's why I want you guys to show me on your test how you did it. All right. That way I can see how understanding you are of this. All right. So now, Sophia, tell me about number 23.
Okay, so I did 20.25 over x equals 112.5 over 100.
You're awesome, girl.
No, I got 18.
Did anybody else get 18? Everybody okay with that being 18? All right, 24, Curtis, tell me. Yes, that's right. Very good. Which is? Now what? Now what do I have to do? No. Now listen, that's okay. Listen to me though. So the 430 was a what? 75% reduction, correct? So that means you only had to pay what? 25%. So 25% of the original price is equal to $430. Think it through, right? I said 25% of the original price is $430. Do you agree with that? So now instead of multiplying this time, you'd have to do what? Now you're dividing. And so the original price of the computer was what? That is correct. 1,720. All right, 1,720. Well, that's why I'm trying to tell you. This 430 is the sale price. Yeah, if that was the original price, you'd multiply it by. Okay, tell me what.
Could you just multiply 430 times 4?
Yes, that's the other smart thing to do. 430 times 4 because you only had to pay 25% of it.
Yeah.
Aiden.
So you would divide 430
By-
by point difference.
That's exactly right. Do that and see what that works.
Local meteorologists estimated 4.5 inches of snow for the month of December. The actual snowfall was 1.8 inches. Error of the estimate.
Okay.
So I did 4.5 minus 1.8.
Yep. And what'd you get?
And I got 2.7. And I
Right.
divided by 4.5.
Now, remember, it's always the change divided by the actual.
Of 1.8.
Yeah, you see what I'm, so I need to make sure you write that down. The percent of error is the change divided by the actual. The change divided by the actual. So what's that?
It would be 150%.
There you go, girl. 150%. All right, let's keep. Is that us? All right, we got a lot of work to do. Try to get some work done. Let's get through 50 for homework. Try to get through 50 for homework, okay? And then tomorrow we'll finish it up. What?
Yep, just here.
Get up to 50 done.
All right.
There's a nice little break there. Everybody's get to 50. And if you're real motivated, do the whole thing. Aiden, I know you're motivated. You're going to get the whole thing done.